So, yesterday, there was a guy that I seen come across my feed. He had quite a few views. It may have been 17 or 170. He had a lot of views. Either way, both of those numbers are a lot to me. I know they're drastically larger and smaller than each other, but hear me out. When it comes to the Madden beta, I seen a guy yesterday coming out and posting a video with his thoughts about the Madden beta. According to what I heard from EA, you can't really be putting that out, but I think it was just gameplay. And they said that really all your thoughts should be on the forum, but I didn't see his video struck. It was like a day or two that it was up. So I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts about it, right? So the Madden beta. The Madden beta is interesting because when I'm playing the game, and then I come back, and I just want to say this first because I want to give you an idea how different the game is. When I play the Madden beta, and then I come back and I play Madden 25, I feel like it messes up how I play in the Madden beta. That's how different kind of the game is to me. I feel like throwing is different. The animations are different per the quarterback. It's a lot of differences in the game currently right now. And it's really based off of, I think, is the quarterback traits that they keep talking about, right? So when it comes to the beta, a lot of things are, and I know that we're running a lot faster because everybody's 99 and 25, so there's that element of it right now too. But there's also the element of they're moving differently. Like the players are actually moving differently. And what I mean by that is when they're running these routes, even the defense is moving differently is what I'm saying as well. Because when they're running the routes, the defense is shading these routes like Pat Pete. Like they are literally everyone's shading everything. Like it seems like everyone has one step ahead this time in Madden 26. So when you're throwing passes, it could be a flat crossing route. It could be a drag, just crossing the field. And I'm telling you right now, somehow the ball will take long to get there. And all of a sudden, so like, okay, the way that they have the game speed right now is interesting because the way the ball is coming out of the player's hand, at least for Mahomes, and was it Fields or was it I had another quarterback that was like an 84. I don't think it might have been Fields. When the ball comes out of their hand, it doesn't have the mustard to really go. And I know this has to do with their attributes only being up to 85. But I'm just telling y'all that whoa, okay. And I'm just telling y'all to tell you this. It seems a lot slower in the gameplay and the way that you actually doing stuff in the game. So if you are like throwing quick slants and stuff like, sometimes them things can get shaded from a weird angle that you don't even think they could get to the ball from that angle, is what I'm saying. So like playing 25 and playing 26 is kind of jumbling my brain a little bit sometimes because I'm leaning towards the tendencies that I've incorporated from 25 in Madden 26, and they're not working, bro. I had to be playing Madden 26 for like maybe an hour, and then it kind of wore off what I had adapted to what is actually happening in the game. And I'm telling you, they're shading these so easy to throw a pick in this game. Defense is OP. They are out there hawking these balls, bro. Like, there was one time I had quit like 4 or 5. I was playing the hard version of Solo Seasons. So Solo Seasons is back, but they call it the Run. So I was playing what they call the Run. And I think it had like 5 rounds or 3. I'm on the first round. And I'm on like the second game. First off, they have players that you don't have. Aiden Hutchinson is not in the game at all. Aiden Hutchinson is not in the game, I repeat, at all. So he's on their team, though, at 85. I can't get him in the game right now. I think if I quit out and I went to the beta right now, there is new content in there. I think they were just saying something about new content being in there. But it was weird because they had players that weren't available in the game, and they were screaming off the edge in this mode. So like they had all the new cornerbacks that aren't in the that they didn't release for us to play with. They had all those players in the game. They had all the DTs that I don't have access to. So like you're and the guards that they have, you don't have, and then their guards are your guards are getting beat by the DTs that you don't have. So there's only one DT in the game that's 85 in the beta, and he is Dexter Lawrence. So it's just very strange that they have all these parts and pieces just overcooking your team. I'm telling you, I get 1 second to throw the ball. I had to start throwing quick slants, but you got to be careful throwing them quick slants, because if they go ahead and they like it can't be. It can't be. It can't be the last. I've been hearing something about the beta is about to end, Dub. But here's the thing. Tomorrow, the beta has a beta boss that's coming out. I don't know who the player is, but they're coming out with a beta boss. Now, unless they're releasing all the cards that are in the beta in the game tomorrow, for one day, for a few hours, I don't see the beta really ending right now. Here's why. There's a ton of cards in the beta right now that are not in the game, but you could see them in the catalog. Like a ton of players that are in the, not like a ton, but like you could tell they're going to be released. They're all the 85s and stuff that are on those other teams. So I wonder, is it really? It's on the forums? The private beta, listen to me. That's what I was thinking as well. If it is ending, it's the private beta. There will be a public beta that probably starts right after that. Maybe next week or when RPs come out, they'll have another one. That's insane that the beta is ending tomorrow with all the cards not coming out. So it must be the public beta that they're waiting to release those other cards, because they're in the game. The models are in the game. Their stats are in the game. I was looking at Aiden Hutchinson, everything. I just can't get them. That's why I blew through all my coins, because I could tell tomorrow was going to be the last day. So they might have updated and put all those players in the game today at 1:30, because something updated today. Something updated in the beta. I went on it today and it updated. But I'm maxed out. I have every single 85 that's in the game that's attainable. I have everything completed basically except for solos that were just going to give me some packs to get players that ain't even in the game right now. I have a bunch of cards that I could go ahead and build sets for the new 85s when they come out, but I'm guessing that it's closed off now. I don't know. We're going to see if they have the public beta kind of as a continuation, or those players will be seen in the public beta. But I'm hoping I get access to the public beta as well. And that will probably end up being something where you had to pre-order the you can't keep the team in the beta. It says it all over inside the beta. It's like, just to be clear, your beta content will not continue. It will not roll over. Because I got like a full team, bro. I got 85 team. I'm at 85 team, and the max card you could get is 86 Coupe de Jean. And I got him at 86 too. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy in Madden right now. The beta is incredibly fun. I'll say that the quarterback traits are very, very nice. Mahomes is an 86 speed, but his acceleration is trash or something. Something's up with him. He can't never escape the pocket. His throw, he throws dots, though. And he has that jump pass where he'll throw a crazy dot out of nowhere. But what I'll say is this. It's very interesting how, like, you can you can get blitzed so hard that you instantly almost get sacked. Remember then when that used to happen in Madden 25 like that? I don't like when the game plays like that. You should never be dropping back and a guy be tackling you before you get to your second step. Like that should never, like, are we in the NFL or in Pee Wee? Like, what are we doing? So that should never happen. So I hate that the game does that right now. So I'll give you guys 3 likes and 3 dislikes about the beta so far. What I do like is the quarterback traits. I could feel them. I could see Mahomes moving and doing jump passes and doing things naturally without me having to, like, do things extra to make him do those types. He's just rolling, scrambling, and doing jump passes because that's what he does. I like that a lot. The second thing that I like about the beta is the way that they have the coaching tendencies. The coaching tendencies seem to be very dialed in. They take a bit to generate and for you to actually get the coaching tendencies because the coaching tendencies go off based off your gameplay and the opponent's gameplay. And then they tell you what the tendency should be for that coach, what that coach would do as a tendency in that situation. And you can choose to either select that play or just go about your business and go selecting your own stuff. The third thing that I will say that I love about the beta is this. I like the way the game is playing right now. I like the way that it's a little harder to break wide open plays. Now, I don't know if this is because, and this is to a degree. I'm going to go ahead and elaborate on this to the fullest degree, right? I feel like it's good for the game in this way. If you like having a challenge in the game and you feel like everyone was able to cheese certain plays over and over again, you're going to love this new Madden because I feel like the AI in the game has been improved to the point where they are sniffing out these duplicate plays. Really, you better audible something, do something, because they're sniffing these things out. You're not going to be able to just keep cooking this same play off over and over again in the defense, even AI, or your opponent's AI that he's not controlling will still sniff out those plays. So that's the third thing I like is really the realism in the game. I feel like the realism has stepped up. When Henry is running, because that's who my running back is, he's the only 85 running back right now. When you have Henry, he will stand up straight when he's running downhill. So, and I know he does that in the games now, but it seems to be more organic. So, like, and there's like another method too. So I'll give you 4 likes. There's like a battle method. A lot of this game reminds me of 2K as well. The football game, the 2K football game that kind of broke the mold for video games with the battles and when you were kind of, tackle battles and things like that. That all came from 2K. Not downing Madden, love Madden. Appreciate them giving me that private beta code and all that good stuff. I'm just saying it does remind me of that, and I like it. So that's why I brought it back to 4. That is the last thing that I like the realism in the game. I love the tackle battles. I love the fact that when you hit stick someone, there's like a behind the scenes algorithm to whether you should be able to truck them or hit stick them or whatnot. It feels like it because there's like 2 or 3 like little green indicators which you can kind of see you max that out. It might be the timing, but it felt like when I was hitting big dudes with trucks, if they were big, it only went to the first level of green, even though it was a perfect truck or a perfect hit stick. So I don't know. There may be something going on behind the game that I'm not aware of, but it seems like it was. Now, 3 dislikes that I do not like about Madden 26 currently. This is a game that's in development right now, guys, so don't take too much weight with this, with the pros or cons, because when it comes out, it could be totally different than this. I'll say the dislikes, and that was a warning for the likes and dislikes, not just because I started with the dislikes. Not just because I started with the likes or because I'm getting to the dislikes. Listen, let me reel it in. The dislikes, I did not like that I felt at times, I was still playing Madden 25. I'm sorry. Some of the lower difficulties gave me the impression I was still basically playing 25. Some of the harder difficulties with some of the stuff that's built into the game is very challenging and fun, and it is not the same game as Madden 25. And I want that to be clear with my con of the game so far. So I do want to say that. With that being said, it has an element visually that is still very, very similar to Madden 25 in the way that I'm talking beta right now, Pac-Man. Don't worry if you missed a little bit. I will be clipping this and putting it out for the boys, man, the overall guys that don't watch live streams and that actually just be checking out the videos. But back to the topic at hand. I feel like when it comes to the presentation, the visuals are slightly better. The animations are like very not even noticeably better on the visuals. The animations are much better. I can see the difference between some of these animations and some of the stall outs in the animations. I could see them too that weren't there before. And when the full game comes out, we'll really break this stuff down if it's still there. But that was my first con, is that it looks really similar to Madden 25, except I love the presentation and the speed of the game's presentation. You get back to calling plays very quickly. You get back to that type of stuff really, really quickly. You know? So you're able to get back, like these between cuts between this stuff was a little quicker to me, it felt like. Pac-Man, welcome back too. I feel like it was really quicker on the solos too. It seemed like it was slightly faster to go through. Now, again, I don't know specifically if this game is only PlayStation 5. I feel like it is. I need to really Google this so I can speak from an informed place. But if that is true, I feel like that's why I'm feeling that way with that. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. That is what I feel like. So, if you can kind of just take that with a grain of salt, the game's not out, all that good stuff. Second thing that I don't like about the game right now is one of the things that I liked about the game, which is a double-edged sword, so I have to incorporate it. I hate it. In the higher difficulties, they make your balls float to the defender behind your player, and I don't know if that's a quarterback tendency. I don't know if that's a user error, because I was trying to use the playmaker and all of that, or the precision passing to make it go over there. It wasn't going. So I don't know. It seemed like the difficulty on the passing seemed to be manufactured, is what I want to actually say. Like they were making the ball go behind my guy when he's wide open in front of the player. Now, this could be for a numerous amount of reasons. It could be because the player doesn't have enough arm strength. And that's literally what I was thinking that it was, is that maybe Mahomes, again, he has the highest arm strength in the game, I think. Maybe it's because he just didn't have the arm strength and stuff like that. I don't know. But I didn't like it. I did not like that. I didn't like how it seemed like they underthrew balls and overthrew passes at a really high rate when I was in the beta. Like, it was really high of a rate that they were throwing these passes. I'm being real. So they were really, that's my second one. Under and overthrowing passes. We'll drill it down to that specific. Under and overthrowing passes was a real problem in the beta, and I know it's because of the lower level players, but it sucked. And it was like, he is so open down the field. and he's open short, and he was overthrowing him like he was Yao Ming out there. Like, only Yao Ming could have caught that pass. Only Shaq would have went up and grabbed that. Only Mutombo snatching that out the sky. Like, what are you thinking, Mahomes? It was a few difficulty spikes where it really wasn't difficulty, bro. It was just them making them overthrow or underthrow the pass, and I didn't like that. Moving on. Number 3, to round off this list and we'll wrap up my thoughts on the entire beta. Number 3, I feel like some of, and I don't care how this sounds, it looks like they went back 2 to 3 Maddens and they took that card design of the little stiff-looking cards that are small. And I don't know if this is because the beta. I hope that they do something different when the game comes out, but I really hope that's not the way that the game is actually going to function. I do not like the way that they had that in the game. It reminded me of like Madden 23? Madden 22? The one where you used to open the pack and it would spin around in a circle and go wah, wah, and then smack down. I really didn't like that year in Madden. I do not want them to come back with that. And this time it was a very similar animation where it was go vroom, and then reveal the card. And I don't like that. Give me what we did last year or the year before. That's a good direction to go in. What they had this beta, it better be some stock animations that they're just trying to use, and I think it is. Just please don't let that be the pack animations when we're opening these packs. Please, bro, don't let that be the pack animation. It was so bad. I did not like the way the packs or the cards looked. None of that. I didn't like any of the way of the optics of any of the way any of that looked. I did not like it. Now, the menus, okay. The animations in the menus, cool. The presentation on the sound, good. The announcing commentary was good. I'm trying to just touch on the crowd. Okay, we got to give 5 likes. We got to give 5 pros. I'll give one more con after this. The crowd looked wildly upgraded. The crowd was impressive. That was the first thing I noticed when I booted up the beta, man, was the crowd. They looked independent of, like, you know how in the crowd it looks like they're just a part of the stadium? They looked independent of the stadium. They looked all individuals with different, and I don't know if they just zoomed in on the few different guys in the crowd that looked different, but they looked like they had full character models too. They weren't like this fan cutout. They were like fully animated fans, and I really liked that, bruh. I really liked that. So back to the cons. We'll give one more con about it. I'm almost about to give another pro too. I'm gonna give one more pro, because I actually enjoyed the beta, bro. I enjoyed that beta. I'll give one more pro, and I think this is just, I'll give this as a honorable mention at the end. I'll give this one as an honorable mention. We'll go back to con. I'll give this as an honorable mention because I don't know if it's a pro or not, because it could be just some beta stuff. I'll give an honorable mention to it at the end. I have to give another con because I did another big up on a pro. So the other con was some of the plays were goofy. Like, and I know they weren't supposedly any new plays, but the way they jumbled the playbooks up, it had some little goofy plays that were getting you tackled right away in them, and I didn't like it. It was very like, what is this play doing in here? No one's gonna wait this long for this play to develop, and you're gonna get cooked every time. But it was like a main prominent play in the playbook that they wanted you to use. It didn't make any sense to me, to be honest, gang. Honorable mentions, right? And then I'll just touch and close out on the beta. I know we've been talking about it for like 15, 20 minutes. I don't want this to get too long. But honorable mention is the prices and pack odds and sets were very doable and very cheap. To put in perspective, get a golds were 2,000 instead of 2,400. It was 10K for a core or a core elite pack and not 70. It was 50 for a core elite pack and not 70. It was 70 for a bigger action elite pack, and then it was 100 for a bundle that gave you an 84 plus. And I know they probably won't do this. You could actually purchase packs with training, not just, stupid packs. They were the actual good packs. You could use training to open them, and I think that all of that may have been just some beta stuff. I'm new to betas. I never really got, a beta code in any capacity for Madden. I don't think ever. So we did some incredible work this year, and we got a beta code somehow, bro. So thanking Madden, man, from the bottom of my heart. Can't believe that we even got that. I'm not one of those guys that win anything, so to me, they sent it to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, they sent it to me. It wasn't because of a purchase. My dog Dub purchased the game too. He didn't get a beta code. So they seen the boy grinding every day, posting every day in their Twitter, and they know that I'm going to talk about this stuff, and they gave me a code. That's what I think. I don't win nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to me, at least. A lot of things are really on purpose. So I think that happened on purpose, and I just want to thank EA from the bottom of my heart for letting me even have access to play that beta. Really cool stuff. Never played a new Madden in summer, so that was fire. So loved all the things that I loved about it. Didn't like all the things that I didn't like about it. I didn't run into any new animations other than the quarterback animations. Everything else seemed very, very much so the same. I didn't see no new animations outside of the quarterback DNA animations. So keep that in mind. I did see the way they were playing was different. The way that the players move and gain momentum is a lot more to the way that I felt like this game should have been. It's just dialed back to where you can't be doing all this extra wiggling and you're just wiggling and getting away from a guy that really would have kept accelerating and tackling you. So there's that, man. Honestly, if y'all enjoyed the video, go ahead, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you ring a ding ding that notification bell so you don't ever miss a video every single time that we post, and we post the most from coast to coast, baby. SneakerDogg out.